everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to be setting up my Schleich Silver Star stables for spring. So as I am filming this today, tomorrow is the official first day of spring, but I'm going to prepare today and set things up and film this video, so hopefully I can post it tomorrow. It is so nice outside and I am loving it, and I can't believe that it's already time to take down all the winter things. Winter was lovely, winter Silver Star Stables was beautiful, and now it's time to take it all down. Out my window, I have to show you how nice it is. Sunshine is out enjoying some fresh starts of grass, and I think the ponies are enjoying this warm weather. They're really shedding, so that is a sure sign spring is here. I went and got this box that I keep all of the snow trees in to store them. I always think it's funny because for my spring and summer and fall stable setup, there's no trees at all, but then suddenly as soon as it's winter, all these trees pop out of nowhere and we have trees all over the place. It's also off with all of the lights. I was getting way too hot doing this in my store. Lastly, one of the most random things, a tiny miniature fork. I'm gonna have to take this outside and shake it off because it's dirty. And I forgot I put tape here. So there's that. I already went up in the attic and got the grass carpet, and the rest of the stable is on my bed and on the floor because I want to dust these pieces first. My carpet is all in pieces, so I have to piece it together every time. Usually, I feel like I say this every time I make a video like this, but usually there's always someone who's wondering where this grass is from, and I bought it from the hardware store. I've had this carpet for a very long time. That's why it is in all these pieces, because it's been cut for each of the different stables I've had. I have decided I'm not going to change my stable layout. I know that's not very exciting for the video, but I really like my stable just the way it was, so I'm going to do the same setup. It was really easy to film in, and I really liked the way it looked, and so I'm just going to do it again. I know that's not very exciting for the video, but I'm going to just keep it the same mold. But I do want to make some spring flowers for around the stable. I think they'll be super cute, and I have an idea, so hopefully that works out. And that will also, I think, be a fun craft for this video. I am now debating over whether I should go through every linkage of fence and dust them, because they are dusty, but that sounds like a horrible job. And like it would take forever is what I mean. So we may just skip that. Why does this not look right? Here we have everything all set up again. I brought in all the ponies and all the accessories and everything to make it look like a stable. And I also pulled out of my spare baskets where I keep all of my extra stuff these little flowers, and I actually have several little flower boxes that I'm going to put up, and I also found my rooster, and I forgot about him. Sorry, buddy, but he is an essential part of the stable, so I need to add him again. There, now it's better. I'm also going to make some flowers, so it's definitely going to add the spring summer feel. But before I can start the crafts, of course I have to do my second Schleich table with Teresa's help. Here is this table. I did rearrange it just a little bit. I'm gonna try this out. So we just have, I didn't really do a whole much different other than just clean things and put down the grass, but I think it looks nice. It's refreshed. So I've actually been doing some experimenting with how to make some little flowers for around the barn. As you can see, I have this whole little container full of clay flowers and of course beads and other things. I saved this for years and it is coming in handy today. And I also have little flower charms. So I have tiny little ones like this, and then I've got little paper flowers and some little plastic flowers. So I have all different kinds of options, and I've come up with a few different things, so I'm going to show you. My first idea is to take some wire. I'm just using this leftover wire that's kind of just was a scrap. I think I tried making a wire ring and it did not work out. My idea is to create little loops in the wire. So these little loops will be like the little leaves on the stem. So this little flower, like these flowers I'm making right now, they're not super realistic. They're going to be kind of whimsical, which is kind of why I like them. This wire is a little bit harder to bend than the silver wire. I already made a couple of these flowers with silver wire, but now I'm going to do some with gold wire. And I'm just putting them in groups around the stable as different kinds of flowers. And I'm just going to kind of like bend the wire because I don't want the stem to be super straight. I kind of want it to have a little bit of character. And then the top I've been kind of bending out just a little bit so that when I put this little flower on top, these are little flowers that are made out of ribbon and they have a little hole in the back. So it's super easy to just put the wire stem right there. And we have such a cute little flower. But I've been putting a little dab of hot glue. My hot glue stick just flew out. Right here. So that's way too much. There. So that when I put this in, it'll stay. And there you have it. It's so cute. And I made another one. They're so darling, I think. So this is one idea I have for some flowers. And for these, since I have the grass at my stable, they actually stand really well in it. If I just push them into the grass, the wire is kind of held up by the grass. So I just push them into the grass and kind of lean them out maybe against the fence or the stable, and they look super cute. I will show you when we take these over to the stable. So here's my idea number 2 for making flowers. I have a pipe cleaner and I've been trimming off some of the furries on it because I want it to be green, but I don't want it to be so furry and fluffy. So I'm just trimming off some of that. Almost down to the wire. Okay. Now I have these little charms that I showed you. They're just little flower charms and they have a little loop on the end. And I'm going to put my pipe cleaner end through the little loop. And I'm going to put it in a little further. And I just bend this over, but off to the side, like that. Actually, I need to go a little further in for what I want. There. Off to the side. And then I bend it back up. And then I bend this down. And I need to fix it, but it'll look like little leaves. Then, just cut this. This one's a little too long. Okay, so now I have these little flowers, and these ones stand quite well in the grass as well. I don't even have to lean these ones against a barn or a fence. These ones will just stand in the middle of the paddocks or anywhere I want them if I just stick them in the grass. So these work really well, and they're also kind of whimsical, a little cartoony, but I like them. I think they're fun. So this is a different kind of flower I've been making. A third idea is if you don't have the grass to put little flower stems in, I have all of these clay flowers that I made just using oven baked clay and flower molds. So there's all different kinds of flowers and all different really pretty combinations, and then some that didn't turn out quite so good, but there's lots of pretty ones. Anyway, these are super easy just to lay in the paddock, so they just look like a bunch of flowers in the field. And I also have these little plastic flowers that are super cute, just laid out in the paddocks in little clusters. So even though I have the grass, I've also used these. Lastly, I just made this little vine with flowers on it. It's just some gold wire, and I have these little beads that are little yellow flowers, and I just twisted them onto the wire, and I think it's cute. I'm gonna put it over here with these little flowers. Actually, I want it in the middle. Here's how these look along the fence. I really like them. Here are the little flowers I made with the charms and pipe cleaners. I put them in a little cluster out here in the pasture. And then over here, I have a little cluster of those flowers. And lastly, oh, actually not lastly, we have some of the clay flowers that I made a really long time ago, and I think they're very cute. I kind of put them in the corners, that way they're not in the way or anything, and they do brighten things up a lot. And then lastly, I have these little flowers that I made with the silver wire by the barn, and I really like them. Alright everyone, so this is going to be our spring and summer look. I'm super happy that I got this set up, and I'm really excited to be making episodes here at the spring and summer barn again, and I'm really excited for my next episode of the Silver Star Stable show, so I'll be working on that next. And thank you so much for joining me for this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!